Good afternoon, everybody. It's Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India. That's me, KO4PDI, the ham fun guy. Hope you're all doing all right. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to do an ISS Pass, which is coming up in a few minutes. Actually, the ISS will be up in 26 minutes. Oh, I thought it was earlier. Hey, anyway. Hey, we can shoot the breeze, can't we? We got AO73 coming up. It's not, well, actually, it's reported that it's up and running, so maybe we'll try that. In 3 minutes and 10 seconds, that satellite will be up, and we can try talking on that. Listen, if you're on my Discord server, go there. Go to the Rag Chew room, and you can talk to me live on the air while I'm streaming. If I let you. I'll let you. That's the whole point of it. By the way, notice the giant windsock. It's not because it's windy in here. It's because I realized I was popping my peas, which hopefully if we play that back, you'll see it's not doing it anymore because I got the right windsock for my Electro Voice RE27 microphone. And it's big and bulky, but it does the job. And I'm not popping my peas anymore, which is good. So we're going to talk about the ISS. We're also going to talk about, if you were on the stream last night, you probably didn't, if you hung around till the end, you got to see this thing. This is the CSN Technologies iGate. This is the detail that's coming in right now. You can see I've sent messages to a few people. If I hit the WX bot here, what's great is I can send it a message and just give it my zip code. I hit enter and watch what happens. It's going to give me a weather report. Right here I put the zip code in. That was this morning, this one. There it is, Palm Coast. Tonight, mostly clear, low 70. That's September 15th at 5:14 p.m. There you go. And you could see how it goes out over the air and it sends me the answer. So WX bot here, WX bot here, KO4PDI sent them my zip code, and it returned to me my weather. That's a cool little APRS gadget. Eventually, I'll be working on the ability to talk to the ISS APRS with this little toy, but you can't do that right now. We can listen. You have to change the frequency. I'm going to send a beacon right now. By the way, you guys, you can send me messages via APRS. Yeah, send me a message. I'll get it here, and I'll go back and read it and see if we get you on the air. So that's pretty cool, huh? We got that new APRS feature. The Geocron kind of stabilized. I got an email from Tier 2 of Geocron saying that they cleared up some stuff that might have got corrupted. It only rebooted maybe 2 or 3 times today. Last night during the live stream, it rebooted. So if you see it go out, that's probably what's happening. But they went so far as to offer to replace my unit if they can't get it fixed. So we'll see. I guess they're finally realizing that it's not user error. It's something on their end, and they're trying to make good on it. So I give Patrick a pat on the back for that. And I'm not going to badmouth him, but I'm giving them a pat on the back and letting them know thank you for offering. I will get in touch with them via email after this. Been kind of busy today. I'm building the PSR 100 rotator. I got the board back from Don Friend, who created it. And if you want one of these rotators, it's Whiskey Alpha 4 Charlie. No, what is his call sign again? WA4 CMC. Kits.com. Let me go check. WA4 Whiskey Mike Whiskey Kits. W4. Okay, let's try it again. W. There it is. Okay, now I can show it to you. This is the rotator I'm building, the PSR 100 by Don Friend, Whiskey Alpha 4, Mike Charlie Mike. Kits.com is where to go look it up. I totally screwed up the board, and he fixed that and shipped it back to me. And then we couldn't figure out if the motors were working. So it turned out one of my switches was bad. So I've now ordered a new switch. So far, this thing was $320, and it cost me an extra 50 or 60 bucks because I never built a kit before, and I was lousy at it. So, but it's coming along. It's coming along. I should have it working any day now. This is what I've been dreaming about. This was the rotator I was hoping somebody would build. Temporarily out of stock. He had 13 kits Friday, and he sold them all out. I wonder if it's all the guys that I I talked to at the Hamfest in Daytona Beach Sunday. But I'm glad he sold them out. I told him, I said, you know, you can make a living building these things and selling them, and you could charge a lot more money if you paid for it, like if you built it yourself and just had them add the antenna. So we'll see if he takes me up on that. He keeps telling me he's retired, but he offered to, if I sent the whole thing back to him, he'd build it for me. And I said, no. I said, I'll get it built. He wasn't even going to charge me. He was only going to charge me shipping for that. I said, no. I said, this is my Mount Rushmore. This is my Mount Olympus. This is my Mount Everest. I have to climb this mountain on my own to get the satisfaction of saying I did it. So, yeah, I'm not asking him to build it for me. But here's what it looks like. It just sits on top of a camera tripod and has azimuth and elevation. It's what I've dreamt of. And the sat box can control it. So we'll be looking forward to that. What time we got? 5:19. How much time we got to the ISS? We only got 18 minutes now. AO73's up right now. What the heck? Let's see if we can get AO73. Let's get the headphones on. Let's plug the headphones into the mixer so you can hear them. Let's see if we can get AO73. I'm not hearing anything. I don't see anything on the waterfall either. It is a linear satellite. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, KO4 PDI. See, that's the other reason I had to get rid of popping my P's. Because that's my call sign. PDI. PDI. Papa Delta India. By the way, like I said, KO4 PDI server, if you look in the notes under this under this video on YouTube, you can get the link to join my Discord, and we can chit-chat. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99, KO4 PDI, Echo Lima 99. Yeah, I'm not getting anything back. It ain't up. I'll just say not heard. Whatever. Turn that green flag red. And kill the volume there for now. All right. So you could see at the geochron, you look at the yellow dots coming just south of my yellow dot. The ISS is over the South Pacific right now, kind of even with Chile in South America. That's the yellow footprint you see on that screen. On my geochron, which wiped everything out again, so you notice it doesn't say KO4 PDI, the ham fungi anymore. Yeah, this thing, I might just get a new one. I might just tell him, yeah, just send me a new one and I'll start from scratch. But I have not ever had this thing working 100% all the time. Never does. It always has issues. But it is a great... I told Patrick, everybody and their brother is trying to copy you and say, I'm just like a geochron. I'm just like a geochron. Remember when this little baby came out? Remember? Everybody said, oh, my phone's just like the iPhone. Yeah, I got a touch screen on my phone. You got to use a stylus. It's plastic, not glass. But it's just like an iPhone. Well, the geochron is the creme de la creme of illuminated maps and usefulness. They are the best. There is nothing as good as the geochron. I don't care how many ham clock versions you pop out in front of me. It ain't even close to what the geochron can do. So, Yeah, I get on their case. Yeah, I badmouth them. Yeah, I want them to stop saying they're a small company because they'll always be a small company if they sit there like that. What they have to do is they have to be bold and they have to be the best and put it out there and demand anybody who wants to challenge them. And everybody else will lose because the Geocron is the best. So make sure whoever went to Patrick and said, Mike's badmouthing you on his channel, make sure now you go there and you tell him what I'm saying now. Because I am telling Patrick, this is the absolute best item that does this. Excuse me. Bad postnasal drip. So remember that, folks. I don't badmouth the Geocron. I get mad when it doesn't work right and I want it to be improved, but I still think it's the absolute best on the market, and that's the only one anybody should be using. So if they're willing to give me a new one, I've already got one new one. This one I have now is not the original one I bought. That one was replaced with this one. And if this one's having the same type trouble, I doubt it's the equipment, but if they're willing to give me a new one to start all over again, I'm more than willing to do that. And I still implore Geocron, Patrick, you could do this. Make it so I can save user settings so that when it wipes itself out and when it goes back to factory settings, I can go back and load a file from before. The different there are different what's the word I'm looking for? Configurations you can save. But when it wipes itself out, they all disappear and you have to start from scratch. It takes me about an hour to get all the settings so it looks like it does right now. And this isn't even complete because you don't have my call sign on there and you don't have the ham fungi text that I put on the screen. That's gone. I don't know why, but I'm telling you, they can fix this. It is not impossible. So I hope they do. Anybody that's been watching anything on the news, losing of Charlie Kirk last week was vile and disgusting. I saw the video. I saw Charlie get shot. Now there's a bunch of people with a conspiracy theory that there were all CIA agents or somebody around Charlie that was signaling the shooter when to shoot. One guy even says the shooter was not the kid on the roof. It was a guy really close to Charlie just off to his right in the crowd. I don't believe that. That's a conspiracy theory. I think the kid on the roof did it, but I think the kid on the roof was also, he was either groomed or used as a pawn to get Charlie, which is horrible. So, yeah, I'm still devastated about it, and I pray that justice is served and that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino don't stop at this kid. They go further, deeper into the Discord server they were using. There was about 20 people on that Discord server, all of which may have had a notion that this kid was going to do this. So they're all guilty in my mind if they don't come forward. They should all be rushing to tell you what they didn't do. That would be the best thing. Come on out now. Go to the FBI. Go to the CIA. Whatever you got to do, get it out that you know what went on and you were aware of it and you didn't do anything about it because you didn't think the kid was serious or whatever. But still, if you don't want the FBI to come and get you and consider you accessory to the crime, might want to get out there, out in front of this thing and talk to a person in the administration and let them know what's going on. All right, enough sobering reminiscing about Charlie Kirk. I love Charlie. He was a great guy. I used to watch him every freaking day. And what's crawling on my leg? I swear to God, I got the weirdest skin. All of a sudden, I feel like something's crawling on me. It's nothing there. Okay, what will we do? We're going to talk about the ISS. We got the ISS coming up. We're going to have a good pass going over me. After the ISS, we got PO 101, but that's only a 3-degree pass. AO7's coming up at 6:37. At 6:57, SO 50 is coming up. You might be able to catch me on that. 7:16 this evening, the ISS will make another pass, and that'll be 12 degrees, so I should be able to talk on that one too. So, yeah, look for me on that pass maybe. At 7:15 tonight. That'll be right around the time I get back from taking Goldie for her last walk. I'm surprised she's not bugging me right now. I took her outside and played with her for a little while, so maybe she's tired. Cross your fingers. We can get through this without her bothering me. Okay, so. Oh, and I have completed 52 weeks every week doing a live stream. I'm really happy about that. I'm glad I could have done it, and where am I going to put this mic? Is that a good spot? Can you hear me all right there when I put it there? That should be good enough so when I'm talking on the radio, it's not in my way, and I got to get it to not hit my wrist when I move my hand on the keyboard. It's still a little bit high. Let's lower that way and tilt that way, and now my wrist doesn't hit it. Good. Okay, that's better. All right, can you hear me? Is anybody watching? I don't see anybody in the chat. I see 2 people watching. That's me and me, because I looked at it on Twitter and I looked at it on YouTube, and I'm there in both places. Let's see if I'm on Facebook also. I am tweeting on Facebook. Kill the audio on Facebook. All right, I'm on Facebook also. You can listen to me there. The ISS, we're going right now. Twitter is way behind for some reason. All right, caught it up. Let's go back to the SAP page, and you guys can watch along with me. The ISS will rise in 9 minutes and 16 seconds. 5-9, Emilio Gonzalez. Why does your name, when I make a QSO with you, why do you come up Ridley? Emilio's here. There's Emilio. Emilio, every time I get you, when I do a lookup, it says your first name's Ridley, not Emilio. Would you forget a letter? Was it supposed to be Emilio? Or is that some, I don't know, Hispanic thing? I only say that because your last name's Gonzalez. I don't know that you're Spanish. I know you might be Puerto Rican, or you might be Cuban, or you might be Mexican. I have no idea. But Emilio, welcome. You get me on the what is it? Discord server too, Emilio. If you got Discord. Let's see, a copy a link. I'll put that in the chat. Well, here's the answer. Emilio says Ridley is his legal name. Emilio is his middle name. Well, that's good to know. All right, man. There's the link for the Discord server. Let's see if we can pin this to the top so it's there for everybody. All right, it is now pinned. Anybody wants to join me on Discord, there it is right there. Emilio, welcome to the show. We're going to do this ISS Pass in 7 minutes, and I'm just shooting the breeze, talking and chit-chatting. I mentioned earlier that we have the new CSN iGate working at my house. You could send me a message via APRS, and I will get it. And here's all the people I've tried to converse with so far. Hey, we got somebody joining the Discord server. Shane is here. Hey, Shane. Good to see you. You got video on, Shane, or just audio? I don't hear you, Shane. If you're talking to me, make sure you're unmuted. So we now have this iGate Mini running at my house 24/7, 7 days a week. Feel free to send me messages on iGate, K04PDI, and when I get them, I'll let you know. So that's what the iGate Mini output looks like. It works very similar to the SAP box, where it starts as an access point and you sign it up to your Wi-Fi in your house, and it immediately starts receiving packets. I have an external antenna that's about a 10-foot long, 2 meter, 70 centimeter antenna that it's using right now. When you see something green like this, that means it got it over the air. That is the, I believe, yeah, that's Palm Coast. That's another iGate in Palm Coast. But like you notice, it came in RF, gave me its position, and internet. I sent it back out on the internet. This one here, this guy, Whiskey 4 Bob Sierra Alpha, sent me his position via the internet. And doesn't, oh, he's 50 miles away. So it's good to know, man. It's good to have that. This way, see, originally the reason I was trying to get an iGate was between Jacksonville and Daytona Beach on the east coast of Florida, there were no iGates. And as a result, your messages never were forwarded anywhere, or nobody could track you through this area. You would have nothing until you got to Jacksonville, and then boom, you'd pop up on APRS FI. Anyway, so it's working now. So now you got me. You also got another one in Palm Coast, but I still put one up anyway. All right. Now, if you're listening on Discord, just mind you, you are not going to get the audio from the satellites, or you're not going to get the same audio that's going out over the internet on YouTube. So you might want to watch on YouTube, but use Discord to communicate with me. You could send me messages. You could talk to me there, or you could just read the messages that other people are sending. I'm going to get my headphones on now. And we have 4 minutes and 23 seconds until the ISS passes. How can I verify that?
Let's see if this works now.
What just happened? Let me just mute that. Huh? Shane, was that you talking to me?
Yes, sir. If you can hear me, it's Shane. Blind videography here.
Hey, Shane, the blind videographer. Good to have you, man. You guys, you can hear Shane, right?
Oh, yeah. It's good to finally see if I can get this thing working. I'm not a good Discord user, but it's working okay. I can hear you just fine. I hope you can hear me. But, yeah, it's a pleasure being with you, sir. An honor to be with you.
Yeah, Shane, I hear you perfectly clear, and so do the people on the live stream, because I'm feeding your audio into the live stream now, too. Well, if you take a look at the map, just southwest of Yucatan Peninsula, that's the ISS. It is just about to come over to Yucatan Peninsula, and then it's just south of me. And you could see by the sat box screen, which I'm going to switch to right now, you can see how high this one's going to be. It's going up to 53.1 degrees. Let's see, did the antenna begin to move yet? Actually, no. It's pointing. Where's it pointing now? I don't even know where that is. That's like, oh, that must be where the last ISS pass set. That's what it is. It didn't go back to its ready position, which it should be. I'm going to tell it to go back to ready right now. There it goes. It's just, this is turning and pointing towards the St. Augustine repeater, which I can hit on 1 watt from here, which is pretty freaking awesome because it's going through that giant antenna on the right. That's the 2 meter circularly polarized WeMo antenna. And that's how I get out to St. Augustine and other repeaters too. All right, so we're moving along here. That thing should start moving any second. We're about 2 minutes away from the rise of the ISS. And it's probably when it's about a minute away is when the antenna will begin to move. So we can take a look at the sat screen and see where we are. We are 1 minute and 57 seconds away from the rise of the ISS, which will be to my southwest. And there's the antenna, which should start moving in about 40 seconds. Start a stopwatch. Test me. See if I'm right. 40 seconds. By the way, Shane, I know you're the blind videographer, but hey, you know how I can mirror my image in Discord? Because for some reason it's backwards. There it goes. It's starting to move. I said 40 seconds. It was 20 seconds. It started moving. All right, so the antenna's turning and moving towards where the ISS will rise. Let's switch to the ISS page. You can watch that orange box in this circle up on top right here. Let me click on it so you can see me. Right here, that orange box is where the antenna is pointing. The white diamond is the actual satellite. The green circle is where it's going to rise on the horizon. The red circle is where it's going to set. This is the path it will take across my sky. I was a photographer for 15 years, and I mean, I was really a serious landscape photographer up in New York and New Jersey, and I shot a lot of art photography also. And I found an app back when I was doing that would tell you, this was amazing. It was like Google Earth, but it would tell you the time of day and where the shadows would be from the sun that time of day. So you could pick out a location to do a photo shoot. If you know anything about shooting photos, you never shoot in direct sunlight. You always shoot in this, diffused sunlight. So a cloudy day is like your best friend. You can get the best pictures on a cloudy day. When you have bright sun, people are squinting and you can't, if you put the sun directly behind you, they're looking straight into the sun. That's horrible. You can't get a decent shot that way. So I got this app and I said, this is amazing that it knows where the sun's going to be and everything. And it knows when the sun's going to be there. And I was like, this is incredible. And I said, I wonder if it knows when the moon's going to rise. Yes, you can get an app that tells you when and where on the horizon the moon is going to rise. So if you want to go take pictures of the moon coming up, if you go to my photography website, I believe it's still active, photoguymike.com, look at landscapes and look at all the pictures I've took of the moon behind certain buildings in New York City. Absolutely incredible, because one time I went there to shoot the moonrise and a cloud bank moved in, and right above Times Square a thunder had developed and it started pouring on Times Square while the moon was rising right behind it. Incredible shot. I got it from the Jersey side of the Hudson River. Lots of stuff like that. And then when I got into ham radio, I said, there's got to be something that tells me when and where the satellite's going to be, right? I'm starting to see stuff on the waterfall. We got to get ready to, why don't I hear it? Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Let me make sure that amp is off. Yes, it is. Preamp is off. Just the radio preamp is on. Let's open up a window for logging QSOs. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. All right, we are at, where are we at? We are currently 10 degrees above the horizon. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. I'm not hearing my voice come back yet. I am seeing stuff on the waterfall, so should have it pretty soon. W4NEG, KO4 PDI, Echo Lima 99. Good to have you, Ronnie. People are trying. Not hearing them clear yet.
W4NEG. Kilo Quebec to Quebec, Echo Lima 95. This is Whiskey 4, November Echo Golf, Echo Mike 84. Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar X-Ray Tango, Echo Lima 98.
Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar X-Ray Tango, KO4 PDI, Echo Lima 99. I got you in the book, Emilio.
USL Mike, thank you. 73. Whiskey Delta 4, Delta Echo Tango. Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Charlie Romeo. Echo Lima 98. Kilo Delta 4, Kilo. Oscar X-Ray X-ray Tango, QSL.
Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Radio KO4 PDI Echo Lima 99.
KO4 PDI, this is November 4, Papa Romeo Bravo, Echo Lima 98.
November 4 Papa Romeo Bravo KO4 PDI Echo Lima 99. Hello, Angel.
Hello, my friend, the Magic Mike, Best 73.
Magical Mike. Magic Mike had abs. I only got one ab.
KO4. November 4, Papa 4, that's actually Romeo, Echo Lima 98.
Kilo Delta 4, Kilo, W4 NEG.
W4HM. KO4 PDI, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Romeo, Radio Echo Lima 98 here.
Whiskey 4 Hotel Mike X-Ray, W4 NEG. Got you, Gary, thanks.
Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Romeo KO4 PDI.
KO4 PDI, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Romeo, Echo Lima 98. Ratings.
Roger, 73.
NAG, this is Whiskey Delta 4 Oscar X-ray Tango. You copy? Echo Lima 98.
Whiskey Delta 4 Oscar.
Everybody's down here. We got all Echo Lima 98, Echo Lima 99. Where's everybody else?
Lima 98, this is Kilo Quebec 3 Quebec, Echo Lima 95.
Kilo Quebec 3 Quebec KO4 PDI Echo Lima 99. QSL 73.
Quebec, this is Whiskey Delta 4 Oscar X-ray Tango. Copy?
How we doing?
November 4 Papa Romeo Bravo, W4 NEG.
Kilo Oscar 3 Quebec, Echo Lima, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Romeo.
Kilo 9 Tango Delta Whiskey after November 51.
Kilo 8 Tango Delta Whiskey KO4 PDI Echo Lima 99.
QSL is Kilo 9 Tango Delta Whiskey at November 51 QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Todd's the name, right? Got you in the book. Thank you.
K9, Takey Whiskey, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Romeo. Kilo 9, 4 Delta Charlie Romeo. Kilo 9, Delta Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar X-ray Tango, Echo Lima 98.
Kilo Quebec 4 Victor Uniform Bravo. KO4 PDI, W4 HMX, 5.14.
W4 HMX KO4 PDI Echo Lima 99.
73.
Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Romeo. Tango, handheld, Echo Lima 98.
KC1 VSR.
Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Romeo.
Whiskey 4 November Echo Golf. W4 NEG KC1 VSR FN3.
Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Charlie Romeo.
Delta Charlie Romeo's got to listen more. He's missing guys.
KO4 PDI KC1 VSR. WA1.
KC1 station, come back with your suffix KO4 PDI. Kilo Charlie 1 station, come back with your suffix. Didn't get him. BMX, I think it was. I don't think that was HMX. I think we're done with this. All right. What do we have here? South of USA have no electricity and people are attempting to connect to external or internet radio transmissions away from what could be a blackout. Travel there. I'm trying to read all this. Let me close this window here. Okay, let's see. What does he say here? South of the USA have no electricity, and people are attempting to connect to external or internal radio transmissions away from what could be a blackout. I traveled there with YouTube in a sleep realm. All right, maybe you're translating this, Raul. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean by travel there with YouTube in a sleep realm. Yeah, I'm at a loss. I don't know what that means. But hey, you know what it means, and maybe you can explain it to us. Raul, what is that number you're putting out there? Is that a phone number? Oh, it was KC1VSR. Yeah, you got me. I didn't get you. Let me see. Is it still on the ISS? Yeah, let's mark that as a QSO. KC1 Victor X-ray radio. Do a lookup. Is that Teresa R. Flynn? I added you to my log, so now you'll be in there. All right. Currently homeless in San Antonio, Texas. Whoa. Adrian Sanchez, 128 Larette Eagle Pass, Texas. Why are you giving me your address? I don't know why you're doing that, but okay, KC1VSR, I got you in the book. KC1 Victor Sierra Radio. Ah, that's Kenneth Scott. Yeah, big difference. Hey, Hayden, the other Hayden. How you doing, man? All right, so I got it right now. I got you in the book there, sir. Not Teresa. That would be Kenneth. Kenneth Scott, E. Scott. I got you in the book, Ken. Yes, VSR. Yes, I got that. I fixed it. Howdy, Mike. Sorry to be late to the party tonight. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I am. I'm doing very well. Much better than I was. Got you, Mike. I was handheld. Thank you, WD4OXT. Yeah, if you look on my SAT page, you will see you're in my log. See it right there? There you are, WD4OXT. Gotcha. Excellent. Excellent pass. We did good. I mean, considering it started off kind of slow, I thought we'd get more. But it came back, and we got 8 people all together. Very good. I'm very happy. I'm happy I get anybody. I love this stuff so much. I love doing it. By the way, you notice I'm not popping my peas anymore because put a windsock on here. That helps out a lot. So, yeah, that was good. All right, boys and girls, it is now. Wow, it's 5:50 already. Damn, I've been on almost an hour. Sweet. Hey, you got to love what you do, man. We got 10 people watching right now. 40 minutes ago I started streaming. How you doing? 95 years of Publix. That's what this cup is. It's green. That's why it disappears in the camera. Well, that's really nice to know. Mike, your channel's been very helpful. Got my Wemos up and things are good. Oh, wow, you got the Wemos. Good for you, man. Have you tried RS-44 without the preamps yet? How'd that work out? I know I need the preamp on RS-40. I mean, I don't need it. I could get QSOs on RS-44, but I won't get as many without the preamps because I won't hear as many. Can you imagine today's September 15th already? It was 5 days they took Charlie Kirk away from us. Boy, my brother died from the vaccination for COVID, and my 94-year-old mother's very distraught over that, and I tell her the only hope she has is that if this was some sort of evil plan to thin the herd or get rid of people, the good news is the revenge God will get for us is so much better than anything we could imagine. We can rest easy in that God will take care of the people that hurt us. And you did put the preamps on. All right. So what kind of preamps did you use, Kenneth? Tell us. You should join the live chat on Discord and tell us on Discord. If you talk on Discord, you will hear it on the stream. Just checking the audio. Oh, you did put the preamps on. All right. So what kind of preamps did you use, Kenneth? Tell me. Sounds pretty good. All right. Yeah. So what kind of preamps did you get, and how much did you spend on them? Were they the $500 each ones, or the? They used to be mine. I paid $250 for. They were $300 each. Now they don't make them. They were MFJs. SSB SP70. Okay. Have to look that up. Don't know that one off the top of my head. My PSR 100 rotator is getting built, and it's moving right along. Yeah, very expensive. Very expensive is an understatement, but the good news is you only got to buy them once. You'll have them for a long time. The ones I have are the MFJ ones. Like I said, I paid $250 each for them, and before MFJ went out of business, they had already gone up to $300 a piece, and now you can't get one for less than like $500, $400 to $500 for a preamp, and you got to get two of them, one for 70 centimeter and one for 2 meter. Pain in the butt, but it really does help, and you'll find out those Wemo antennas are a blast. You're going to have such a good time. You're going to make so many QSOs. It will not be odd for you to get 12 QSOs on an ISS pass. That's what's going to happen. You'll be up to your ears in QSOs. And you know what's really funny? If you belong to EQSL, it's like every person that does satellites is using them on EQSL. So you'll find that most of the acknowledgments on EQSL you have to make are with people that make satellite contacts with you. Still figuring out the preamps, getting OVF overload. Okay, well, the easy way to solve that problem is turn them off and see if that goes away. If it does go away, turn them on and then turn down the RF gain on your 9700 so it lessens what's going into the preamps. Actually, what's coming out of the preamps. The preamps are only for receive. You can turn them on and off with the power in the function menu. Here, let me just show you this. He's using a 9700. Let me show you the 9700. All right, so here we go here. Actually, I should just go to the radio page. Boop, 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 boop. I think I still got audio on there. Yeah. All right, so you can still hear me, right? So what you do is you press the function button here, and here's your preamp. It's on page 2 of the function menu. You go here, and on the ISS, leave it off. Don't turn it on. If you're on RS-44, just tap it. That turns it on. What that does, that sends the 10 volts along the coax to turn on the preamp. And it's only on your receive anyway, so you're not going to have the preamps on transmit. So remember that. All right? So keep that in mind. Anybody, if you ever have questions about what I do here, go look for the videos that I've done where I talk about the SAT box and the R9700. Go watch those videos. You have questions after that, send me a question, post it on a video. I'll try to answer them all. There's been so much stuff went on this week. I never got to do the coax or the control cables from ABR Industries, which I'm going to do next. And then we'll get to work on it. All right? Okay, I think that's about it for now. If anybody's got any questions, come at me. Shane is still in the Discord chat. I see him.
Yeah, can I ask you what would seem to me a very stupid question, but it's because I can't see you. How did your antenna move automatically?
Didn't you know I was a magician? Oh, how did my...
Of course you're a magician. Of course you're a magician. That doesn't answer the question, man.
I know. Well, the magic happens in the SAT box. The SAT box is hardwired to my Yaesu rotor. Okay, so what it does is it tells the Yaesu rotator, I should call it a rotator because that's what it is. It's an elevation azimuth rotator. So what that does is that tells, first I have to calibrate it and tell it where north is and where level is. Once it knows where that is, it knows exactly how far to move the antenna to track the satellite. So that's what it's doing. The SAT box is controlling where the antennas are aiming. So that's how I do it. And that's the magic. That's where the magic happens in the sat box. That answer your question, Shane?
Absolutely fascinating. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, it did.
And it's not a stupid question. Believe me, I've asked stupid questions. I had a really fun time with Don Friend, who designed the PSR 100 rotator. I went to start putting it together today, and I just ski whiffed it together the way I thought it went, and it didn't work. So I called Don. All I wanted to do was verify that before he sent it back to me, he did test it and everything worked. Because if it did, that means there's something wrong with my wired connections or my where I have things plugged in. It was on me, the problem. So he told me he did and went through a couple of quick tests, and we figured out one of my solder connections was bad going someplace. And I literally hooked the motor directly to the battery, and it worked. So we knew the motor was fine. Nothing wrong with the motor. So yeah, everything's working. I did screw up the flip switch. I ordered a new one. It's coming tomorrow. For $7, I got like 8 of them, and from Amazon. So I'm going to be fixing that. And once I get that fixed, it'll work. I have to talk to Don. See, in my rotator that I have on the tower, my Yaesu 5500, the sat box knows if it has to do a flip. It doesn't need to have a manual switch thrown. If it's going to be to the west of me, it knows it has to start the pass with the antenna already pointing west to track it the whole way. Otherwise, it'll get to a point and the motors will stop, and I'll have to flip around the other direction and turn and go the other way. So I got to talk to Don about that. Actually, the funny thing was I sent him a text message and I asked him if he had any words of advice for me, and he said no. I said, that's it. Read the instructions, right? He's like, yeah. Because what got me in trouble the first time is I didn't read the instructions. I've done this in the past. I did this as a kid making a 707 model. I just started gluing stuff together, and then I couldn't put the cockpit in because I already glued the fuselage together because I wanted to see what it looked like. Like, it looks like an airplane, Mike. But I get antsy like that. So I got probably as a kid today, I'd be diagnosed with PTSD. That's what they would diagnose me with. So, and I got low attention span. Oh, I've got yelled at in school numerous times for staring out the window with the clouds flying by. I literally remember that happening in first grade, the nun yelling at me for looking out the window. I said, look how beautiful the clouds are. Bonk. They didn't like that. All right. I think we're done. Anybody got any questions? Now, what's real cool, and Shane's going to learn this, when I go off the air, I'm still on the Discord. So after I go off, you could still talk to me. All right? I got my video working on that. He doesn't have his video on, but he's listening to me. He hears what I'm saying. He's blind anyway, right, Shane? So it doesn't matter. Oh, guys, it's been real. Good night tonight. We're not going to be back tonight, maybe tomorrow. A full year, 52 weeks in a row, I streamed live every week. Now, didn't miss 1 week in 2025. 2024, I did miss a week, but I actually did stream live, but I used StreamYard, not Restream. And what happened was it skipped a week. It looks like I didn't do it. Actually, I've probably been streaming live every week for 2 years by now. By November, it'll be 2 years I stream live. So hope you guys are enjoying these. You got any questions or comments, feel free to ask me. There are no stupid questions. If you're going to go out and get the PSR rotator, you might want to get in touch with Don Friend now because he's not going to have him much longer. He's sold out right now. He just posted on his website, temporarily out of stock. Shipping is not included in the above price, so it's $320 before shipping. So depending on where you are, you know, he offered for me to send it to him, and he put it all together, and I said, no, this is my Mount Everest. I'm going to climb this mountain. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to walk away with a great sense of satisfaction that I built this thing myself. So Shane's listening. Shane, also the PSR 100 rotator, that will also use the sat box to aim. And the best part is it's wireless. All I got to do is run 2 coaxes to the PSR 100 rotator. All right. All right, we're done. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. Hit the thumbs up. hit the like, comment in the comments. Put a little comment. You liked it, you didn't like it, you thought I was ugly, you like my hair. I don't care. Put something in there. And do me a favor. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, at least not without me, all right? Call me first. Maybe we'll do it together. This is KO4PDI saying 73 for now. God bless you all. Catch you soon. I'll be clear.